now they know it's for the name, the legacy.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
McCART IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. As you already know, my farmer lamb, Jazza Dickens, always delighted to be with you, man. How's things?
Good, Hans. Really good. Training here in Dublin. My last day in Dublin, I'll be home tomorrow. But yeah, things are going really well.
Yeah, listen, you'll be home tomorrow. You go back to Liverpool because you've got a big fight next week. IBO world title, third time lucky for you, Jazza, because you fought Rigondeaux, you fought Galahad. I mean, you haven't had the easiest of fights to try and win that world title, but you've gave it all. So, I mean, talk to me about, I'm going to probably butcher his name, and you can probably correct me on this, Jazza. Larato Lamini, is that right?
And maybe it's Delamani, I don't know.
Oh, Delamani, okay. Well, listen, you're fighting for the IBO world title. How much does this mean to you, and what do you know of your opponent?
I don't know that much, actually, and I was scheduled to fight somebody else leading up into it a few weeks ago. Then I got the call to want to fight. It was going to be for an Intercontinental title, and then I got the call saying, being upgraded to, we can get you for the IBO featherweight world title, which is vacant, against Shumani, yeah. And I said, yeah. And then I had a look at him, I'm in one of them positions I am where I don't want to be picking and choosing. Not that I ever have or I ever would, but yeah, it was just one of them. Yeah, let's get fights, let's get that belt. It's a bonus, and not only that, who would it rather be, me or him going into the fights? Definitely myself and my experience and the fights that I am and the camp that I've had, and it being in Liverpool as well, in the Olympia, in my home, I would say my home. I made me professional debut in there, won many titles in there, always won in there every time I've fought, for loads of fights in there. So yeah, I'll respect you, man. Definitely respect him, man. He's a good fighter. I think he's 18 on the bounce, 18-1, and yeah, he's a good fighter. They say he's a really good fighter, so we'll see.
Listen, obviously, the IBO might not get the recognition it deserves, but it's a world title, and it's a world title in its own right, and it's a bargaining tool. Like, you want to crack at the Lee Woods of this world, you want to crack at the Josh Warringtons. Having an IBO world title will give you that sort of little carrot, a little bargaining tool to get these big fights, won't it?
Yeah, it definitely will, and especially like you could. I think that Lee Wood should be world champion right now, but he's not. He can't call himself the full world champion, can he? Because Leo Santa Cruz is the super champion. Do I believe he should be? Yeah, I definitely do, because he beat Kanzu and Santa Cruz hasn't fought for it. He's in that situation as well. He should be world champion. The layout of all the belts are tied up and everyone wants to do their own thing right now. The IBO, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to fight for the IBO. And yeah, like you say, it is a good belt, and I had a dream the other night. I was dreaming about Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith, like, that would be something like, just to say, yeah, I got some sort of world title. It's nice, you know what I mean? Like, if Stephen Smith ever said, because I believe Stephen was the best out of all of Smith brothers, and he can never say he won a world title, any world title, you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about winning an IBO world title, I don't know, but I'm proud of it, you know what I mean? And I think, yeah, it's a good start for me, to where I want to go. And it's, yeah, I'm very, very grateful to be fighting for the IBO.
It's in Liverpool, Olympia, your home, like you just said there. So, I mean, does that give you extra motivation to not lose this fight and go in there and get this big win and this W against a tough opponent?
Yeah, I'm very focused on myself right now. I'm not thinking about anything other. I haven't been home for months anyway, as it is. I've been home once or twice, a few days here and there. But yeah, I do draw inspiration from the Liverpool people, you know what I mean? And to be fighting in front of them definitely, and yeah, definitely I'm excited to fight for them and be home. Even when you come out and Liverpool to Scousers, just not unlike it, you know what I mean? So I will definitely get my home comforts there, and that'll go in my favour, definitely. And it's on him, innit? And I mean, he's coming to the Lions then.
I mean, Liverpool's my second home now. I think this is going to be my seventh time I've been this year. So it's probably one of my favourite cities, to be honest, and I'm looking forward to it. So, and there's nothing like a fight night in Liverpool, man. The Scousers know how put on a party when it comes to fight night and the fans get into it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. But I just want to touch on that. Obviously, all going well for you on the 15th of this month. That, like I said, that featherweight division, I've made it known that featherweight division is my favourite division. I mean, look at the fighters that are in there. You've got Ray Vargas, you've got Navarrete, you've got Warrington, you've got Dogbo, you've got Lee Wood, yourself, Michael Conlon, Maurizio Lara. If I missed anyone out that you could probably let me know, but it's a dangerous division with just top fighters from maybe in the top 10 alone. So it's an exciting division, and I'm guessing the names that I've rattled off, they're the names that you want to be fighting coming into 2023.
Yeah, definitely, and more incentive to fight for a belt. When you're gonna, if you have a belt, you got to bag on 2 legs and unify. So yeah, that's where I want to be. And more, not taking me out of the ball this time, and I want to focus on the 15th. You know what I mean? I go on with that world title. That's my plan. That's my plan. What are you gonna do after the fight? I want to go home to my family with my world title, and we'll go from there. And that's where I want to be, because it's not my end goal, but it's definitely me short-term goal to be IBO world champion.
I remember when you lost to Galahad for the IBF title. I mean, you went down the dumps. We've seen how it's hard that you were high spirits, but after losing a fight like that, you were high spirits. You were cracking jokes with your family, and you put 2 apples against your eyes because you had the two bruised eyes. And I can only imagine the morning after this fight when you become IBO world champion, what you're going to be like, and your Instagram stories the next day. So I'm looking forward to that, Jazza.
Yeah, well, I think in that situation, it was a devastating time for me, to be honest. But just as a father, as well as a family man, you know, as a partner to me woman, to son, to me parents, you got to show strength, haven't you? And if I want to be a leader, I have to show resilience and courage and strength and smiling when you don't want to. So that's what that was all about. You know what I mean? Even to the young people who were watching me on my Instagram, when I was messing around on my Instagram, like, yeah, it was hurting inside, but you can show true character in times like that. Times like this, when I win a world title, yeah, it will be nice, but I think the most important thing is to show my kids that your dad's not world champion, your dad's on because he loves you and he wants to spend time with you. So yeah, I'm not going to get them too confused. And I've learned a lot over the years about my my position in life. I'm not a boxer. I'm a human being who boxes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna mix them 2 things anymore. Family and boxing, the 2 separate things. You know what I mean? But I'm very, very blessed to have both of them in my life. You know what I mean?
Listen, Jed, that was beautifully said, man. And like, you're probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met in boxing. And if anyone deserves this title, it's you. But I'm going to do a hard left here. I'm going to take a segue somewhere else now. I'm going to touch, I don't know if you've seen the news, the breaking news this morning reference regarding the Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. fight, with Benn testing positive for an adverse substance. I think it was a fertility drug. I'm hearing from the statement that's been released. The B sample hasn't been tested yet, but I think both parties are aware there's been no legal issues and no violations on Benn's part, I'm hearing, because he's done a UCAD test as well. So looks like the fight's going ahead Saturday, but your thoughts on it? What were your initial thoughts when you heard the news?
I'm not going to say I'm shocked. I'm gutted for Benn, as in, like, that's the situation. I think where we are, we know he's the smaller man, and he's just so naive to think that this doesn't happen in boxing. You know what I mean? If anything, my first thoughts would be, if he has failed for anything, if it's a masking agent or something like that. I'm trying to watch my words here because I'm really rooting for Conor and his dad. I've been watching the documentary over the last few days, and it's a beautiful relationship that they've got. I really want them to succeed now. But we're talking about testing positive here, and my first thought was about your man, who did Conor knock out bad his last fight?
Chris Algieri.
Yeah, my first thought was with him, because I've been in this situation and where a fighter I've lost to. The only time I've been on my ass in a boxing ring, well, anyway, ever. And then that was the first fight to Galahad, and then I realised a few years later he got done for a banned substance. You know what I mean? And you think, fucking hell, was I just naive going into that and not realising this is what happens, this is what goes on in boxing? You know what I mean? Not just boxing. You'd have to every history record, you'd have to wipe it clean. you'd have to wipe the slate clean if you wanted world records to start again, if you want to take PDs out of it, you know what I mean? This is what we see. This is what you see. People living a high life, luxury life, and then there's other fighters out there who don't live a luxury life. They just fucking struggle to get by and they give everything every single day, and they can never amount to this level because they're not taking that performance enhancing drugs. You know what I mean? So it's heartbreaking, Andy. It's one of them. If you all want to get on this level, the level from here to here, European level, fringe world level, what you do to say, if I want to be in the top rank in there now, I've got to take drugs. Is that what's going to go on? Because you can't fucking every other ad, whoever they are, Andy, they're just not going to do nothing about it because it makes too much money. Is that the rule? So I can take them if I make the money. All right, then if I make so much money, then I'll be able to take drugs. Is that the rules? That's not what I stand for. It's not what the majority of boxing stands for. But what is? I wouldn't even say a lot of fighters go into it because that's what they stand for, Andy. I would say that they go into it because they want to. If they want to swim with sharks, they have to play the same game. You know what I mean? So it's sad, really.
Yeah.
This is sports. I'm not telling you it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you this is sports. You know what I mean? I hope that Conor hasn't. I hope it's just a mistake or whatever. And I wish him all the best on the weekend. I really still do wish him all the best. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, going back to yourself, I just want to get your thoughts on that since it was breaking news this morning. But going back to you, one final question for me, because I know you've got training this afternoon. 15th in Liverpool, the Olympia. You made your debut here. You're third time lucky for the world title. What can myself, who's going to be there ringside, what can the fans, what can everyone watching, what can they expect from Jazza Dickens?
Yeah, I'm more hungry and better, Jazza, really. And I've been training very hard. I've been away from my family for most of this year. I've been living in a van. That's where I live, in a fucking box over Varo. That's where I've been in Ireland, sacrificing living in a box over Varo. I don't understand the dynamics of it. I've been making a documentary over the last few years, and that'll be out soon. You see the way I've been living to just to pursue my dreams and to get better every day, and I have. And you'll probably see me sacrifices in there. And what you will see, you'll see me coming out with my hands in the air, raised world champion.
Definitely. Well, Jazza, I'll be there next week, like I said to you. So I'll definitely get a catch up with you fight week, get another chat with you. But like I said, keep training hard, mate. I know you got a tough session with Peter this afternoon, probably. So, and listen, good luck with it, and I'll see you next week, champ.
Thanks for your time, as always, and
cheers, Jazza. Bye, mate.
Step up. Apparently every fight's been a step up. I do the talk, make the noise, and give them the theatre, but then I put it on mute. I have always been seen in the wake, but it's time they've woken up. Now they know it's for the name, the legacy.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.